Hey there, SB. So, game changer here. So, just let's have a little scan of this. So, fantastic defense stat there, really 47%. Brilliant on the fobs as well. But just need to keep an eye on this XP. So, you're a level 68 with not much change left to get to level 69. And we've got a bit of work to do before we hit level 70 and obviously then CC 11. Now, the HIMAR. Yeah, you could continue with that, but just watch out for the XP on this. Really, I'm just a little bit cautious about this alpha platoon as well. It's very much like a sledgehammer. Now it's kind of like almost suggesting that, you know what it is, I'm gonna survive longer than you. It's not a precision sort of attack system. It seems to be very sort of very heavy on the oil. I mean, when I was kind of like this sort of level, I mean, to be fair, I had Centurion by now, so we need to probably have a look at that. But I was only maybe using one tank and then lots of HIMARS, for example. If it feels like your attack's maybe still a little bit CC8, so we need to have a look at where you're going with this, just to see what sort of attack strategy you're looking at. Obviously, I know you've done some more work with the Ghost Rider, and that's absolutely fine, but you'll tend to find you'll start to use it less going forward now. Really, where you need to be massively focusing as well is on this on the F35, because that's absolutely key, all the way up to kind of like, you know, the higher CC11s. Really is a fantastic unit. No more work on the Spooky, certainly no more work on the Raptor, but a huge amount of work needed on the NEMS, because your NEMS is a defensive system that's unparalleled really as an air system. So definitely worth huge amount of resources piled into the NEMS. That's only going to increase your defense stat even more so. Now, Bradley, I think really we could get rid of. I don't feel that needs to be in there. I suspect Grizzly is where you should be concentrating on now, but we need to really watch this XP. So really by level 65, you'd want your Grizzly kind of there, your Centurions should be kind of maxed by now, F35 should be maxed, Ghost Rider yes, Nemesis yes, but yeah, I don't see any major need for Bradley at this level, so I would skip that one now and start to look at getting the Grizzly set up really. But that would probably mean upgrading your garage, and it's whether you've got enough XP to do that. But you know, ultimately it's a fob unit, so you're going to have to. I'm also curious here as well that the T129 attack isn't actually looked at yet. That suggests the airfield's not quite up to spec, because again, that should be a key unit that should be upgraded by now. So I need you to have a look at that for us also. And I just also want to think about this defense setup here. So if you think logically, a 20 seconds spawn time, but then 40 seconds, that's like 60 seconds into the battle before that second wave of choppers come out. And yes, okay, they're not probably going to do a great deal even when they do pop out, but you know, you maybe need to think probably go a 1-1-2, so at least there's a bit more going on in certainly time frame wise. And the NEMS again, you know, as a defensive system, they need to be level 15. You don't have to upgrade everything, so obviously as you start getting into the higher levels, refer back to us guys. But I would probably go for sort of 3 seconds, and then maybe sort of 5 seconds. Just get them out a little bit quicker, just so that they're doing the do. And again here, if you look, it's 28 seconds, you know, before the first two come out, and then 42 seconds after that. So that's like, you know, good bit of time, isn't it, before you're getting that sort of defence out. But again, they should be Grizzly by now, I'm pretty certain of that. So we possibly need to have a little look at what you've got, what XP to manage. But certainly the key units to look at now, I'd probably hold fire on HIMARS for now. I wouldn't consider them as a primary unit. The Leopard's fantastic, that's excellent. Panzers, I think, is a key unit that really needs to be looked at as well. Certainly if you're looking at boss battles and things along that sort of line, it's certainly up there with the best. But it could take a bit of a back step if you needed to manage your XP, and certainly look at Centurions. So the big C is where it's all at really for your level, and I can't see them in here, but you are level 68. I mean, I'm level 71, so yeah, level 65 should have been the unlock for the Centurion. So that's got to be your biggest single thing to look at, followed by, I would say, F35, followed by NEMS. And then I think the attack helicopter has got to feature in there. And the Ghost Rider, yeah, it's got its purpose. But you know, the more you start moving towards CC11, the more that will not necessarily have a role to play, I fancy. But you know, why not? You know, as long as it's not costing you a huge amount of XP. But yeah, we do need to manage this a little bit more now. So Bradley, no. Ontas, no. NEMS, yes. Attack, yes. Super Hind, well, no, not necessarily. I mean, you know, the absolute fact is the helicopters, nothing's going to stop, you know, most light vehicle attacks, no matter how big your helicopters are. So I think they could probably be just hold fire and concentrate on those three main ones that we've suggested. And that's where I'm kind of cautious, because to get the Grizzly, which you do need, you know, it's a fantastic defence system as well, it would suggest that the war factor's got to upgrade, and that's probably going to put you at least 69, isn't it, I fancy, but you know, needs must. And then certainly for infantry defence, that should be Ghost Sniper. So again, have a little look at where you're at with that, and see what we need to upgrade to get those online. They are absolutely wicked, you know, as a defensive system. So overall, we're doing pretty good. You know, I do think there's maybe a few things, if we'd have caught you earlier, we perhaps would have guided you differently towards. I certainly would stop any further development of these troops here for now. Apart from obviously when you get your Grizzly, just triple check. I forget the unit that you need for Grizzly. To be fair, I think it's Force Recon, but I could be wrong. So just make sure whatever your Grizzly requires is looked at. Yeah, but doing pretty well. But yeah, this attack method, I'd like to see that maybe in action. Maybe post a few replays, and then we can have a look at where you're going with that. But yeah, Centurion, big time, man, big time. Centurion, feel the scent. Happy days, man. Well done. Cheers.